Hello. Today a dry topic, yeah, maybe important for sure. How to organize, how to structure your vinyl collection, how to prepare for worst cases, which are out there, trust me on that. But we start with the way or ways of organizing our vinyl collections. You know, this is a topic that gets more and more important. The longer you collect, the more vinyl you have. It gets more complicated, it gets more important, you know. A lot of us collect vinyls since decades. Some of you maybe over half of a century. So we accumulate stuff, and we accumulate a lot, and we have to find it in our shelves, and even the shelves probably get more and more and more. So an important topic, and I'd like to go through the way I am organizing my collection and tell you the advantages and disadvantages, of course, and also go through some kinds of ways to organize it. And I tell you right now, for example, I haven't found the perfect way. I can tell you the easiest way is probably to do them in alphabetical order. Yeah, but that's not sexy, that's also problematic. I do it sometimes, but we just go through it, and we start with the easiest items where I have no problem, and these are those kind of releases, box sets. You won't oversee it. You find it anytime. If not, you really have a huge collection. You find those, no problem. Box sets, easy. Then, and now it comes a little to my way of organizing things. There's also to differentiate between what kind of a vinyl collector are you. You know, I'm very much into labels, and so a majority of my collection is easy to organize. For example, let's take an easy example. Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. Of course, I organize them. Every Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab release comes to the other Mobile Fidelities. So, and then we are talking about not so many, of course. There aren't that many that you can lose sight of where can that Bob Dylan Highway 61 revisited, where can it be? Because it's under the Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. I look there. You even need to do them alphabetically. Put the Dylans together, put the Davis together. You will find them. No big problem. Other example, again, a label thing, is Impulse. You know, you have this beautiful black and orange spine. You see that over there. Looks great. So, and this is one of the disadvantages when it comes, in my personal opinion. I'm not talking about better or worse, of course not. And I really hope the whole video is just an input for discussion. Please tell us how you organize. You may have things nobody else have thought of, and we help each other. And back to the topic, you know, and to have these labels together also makes, in most cases, a beautiful look of your shelf, in my opinion. Same with Music Matters, Blue Note Tone Poets, Classic series, 80s series. and on and on and on. Those releases I put label-wise, which makes it much, much, much easier to find them, to structure them, and have a good overview about your collection. But it's not always that easy. Take, for example, Vinyl Me Please. On the first side, easy. They have their 4 collections, they have the essentials, they have the classic, they have the country, and they have the hip-hop. So put them together. Those collections, easy. But sometimes, for example, take this Mia release. Beautiful one, by the way. They put it out as an essential. And the other 2 albums, the other 2 records, they also put out, but not as an essential, as an exclusive. So, then you, of course I put them together, but you see, it's not always that easy. It's not that easy. Or for example, when it comes to this electronic stuff, there are so many out there, that I have to do it sometimes this way, sometimes that way. Artists like, for example, Autechre. Of course, I put my Autechre records together. But then Vinyl on Demand puts out an Autechre box. And where do I put it? To the Vinyl on Demand section or to the Autechre sections? Of course, you find a solution, but it's not that clear. And when it's not that clear, it really can come to problems over time when your record collection grows and grows and grows. But I haven't found a solution so far. You always have to compromise, in my opinion. Or other way, you do it exactly alphabetically, which I really do not like. Or another huge problem. What do you think what happens if I ask my wife, "Oh, sweetheart, can you please give me My Bloody Valentine Loveless?" Of course not. Of course not. No idea. And this is a problem not on first sight, but on a larger scale, which we go into a minute or two. And those things we have to think about. And for example, this release, easy. I have my Radiohead collection. I put it, of course, next to the Radiohead. And then it's not that important that Radiohead is next to Tom York and Tom York is next to The Caretaker. You have these things in your head, at least for the next years, I hope. Other example, and here it gets difficult, and almost 40 years back in many cases. ABBA. Where do I put it? Where? I don't have many ABBA records anymore. It's not a label that I have much and say no, I put it through them. Those are records not easy when it comes to my system. How or where do I put it? Of course, other stuff, for example, sections I have is movie scores, film music, movie music, or Japanese releases, Japanese music, and this kind of stuff helps. Another funny way, I've known someone who has done it, and it looked beautiful. It looked so beautiful. He organized his collection from the spine color, and his shelves looked meticulously, but nobody else but him could find a record, of course. And then, maybe it's a bit funny, I have no idea how to prevent BS like this, what I tell you now. Mo-Fi One Step, Paul Simon, 2-disc release. And here is one. And somewhere, I have no idea, I just put it in a wrong shelf, is the second disc somewhere. I probably made a video with this release, and then one of those discs accidentally got in the wrong shelf. And now I try to find it. Good luck. Yeah. How to prevent this stuff? No idea. Even in alphabetically order can't help you. I have to go through every record. No, I won't do it, but eventually I'll find it. And this leads me to the second part, in a way, the worst cases. And when I took back the part where I said to my wife, please find that record, and she probably 100% sure she could not. How could she? Nope, not possible. Worst cases, how to prepare for loss through a fire. Or we aren't there anymore, and now we gave someone this huge pile of records. What shall they do? How can we prepare? One thing I started was that I built up a database where I wrote down in which shelf and which cube I put this record. Was not bad. But then, yeah, I got a new shelf and repacked everything. Yeah, and then that's it. Maybe someday, or not so far away, I hope, those AI people will give us something through our glasses or whatever, where we automatically have a database where everything is. This will be, of course, perfect, but we won't have that. So that is the next big question. So we need some kind of database. If you want to put down where everything stands, is of course up to you. But a fire, sudden death, people need to know what we have and how to handle it. And databases are, in my opinion, very, very important. Also, let's take a fire. For insurance, make a small video, not for YouTube in this case, for the insurance, with a newspaper and the date. I only can talk how it is here in Germany, so probably it's not that different. So that you are covered and make a list and try to keep up most of those bills, so that you can show them, here, that's my record collection, I'm insured, you have to pay it, and this, don't want to think about it, but it's important. And also it's important for our for the people who someday may get our collection, and maybe, let's be honest, they think, oh my God, what shall I do with this incredible amount of records? So they can sell it, and very, very important, very, very important, they should know the worth of the things, because otherwise, not good, not as intended probably. Not a question we would love to think about, but important. So, that's my 2 cents about organization and preparing. Of course, this is a topic we can talk days. And I really, in this case, ask you, please put your insights, put your way of organizing, preparing into the comment section. The more we tell us about it, the more we know, and the better we are prepared, and the better we are organized. Maybe someone even has an idea what I can do now with the Paul Simon. In my opinion, as I said, very, very important, maybe a bit boring stuff, but important. The larger your collection gets, so if you're new into vinyl, start it from the scratch. When you start, for example, use Discogs, put your records there. They will get more, and you need that oversight. I hope that was the correct term. Okay, enough said for one video. Thank you for your time. See you. Bye.